So your girlfriend is a minority and I know what you're thinking. Look, it's no surprise that your girlfriend has had many boyfriends. She's young, attractive, and her self-confidence is charming. Not to mention, she's pretty exotic. But her relationships never get past the third date, probably because her boyfriends died when they got her AIDS. And that didn't really bother her. After dating over 100 guys, she's learned to accept that she'll never fall in love. But there was one boy, a long, long time ago. You could say he was her soulmate, and unfortunate circumstances separate the two. Now this is the story, all about how her life got flipped, turned upside down, and I like to take a few minutes. So sit right there, and I'll tell you how she met the prince from a town called Bel Air. In West Philadelphia, where she was born and raised, she spent most of her days not on a playground like all the other kids, but in chains. Meanwhile, the prince was a flirt. He was fit, he was smart, and he had a bromance. But one day, he started making trouble in his white neighborhood. He started asking questions on why the non-Aryan children were taken away. The KK communists didn't like his way of thinking, but they let him slide, since he was their perfect Aryan child. One day, your girlfriend got in a fight, and society got scared. So they sent her to a university where the soy boys performed whitewashing experiments on her. This was the early days of eugenics. We were very primitive back then. But this was also where the prince met your girlfriend. And he developed some sort of guilt. But most importantly, it was love at first sight. With his trusty stage light on hand, he breaks the racial barriers and does the impossible with her. They go on a date. This bitch, I swear to God. The date lasted 7 to 8 hours. But during that time, the two traveled, ate some good food, read a book, but most importantly, he licked her knee. That's pretty hot. And even though she smelled awful because she hasn't showered since she was born, the prince loved her. And so did she. But dates don't always last forever, and the prince had to go. And so to reassure your girlfriend that he will return, he gave her these 5 words as he smelled her. Yo, Holmes, smell you later. Reality soon came, and the KKK communists didn't want their perfect Aryan boy to love a red girl. So the prince was beaten, and his memory was wiped. His romance destroyed, and his sex drive was gone. And I guess we will never know what happened to the prince. Huh, why does he look so familiar? Wait a minute. So you discovered a smile worth protecting, and I know what you're thinking. That's quite the crazy trip you had. Somehow you managed to relive your life as a kid. It felt so amazing for you. All that feeling of euphoria. It's almost like you were shooting up heroin or something. Oh. Wow, I guess your girlfriend has a drug problem. And she shot you up without your consent. Well, I guess that explains why she keeps getting arrested. Actually, this explains a lot of things about your girlfriend. The suicidal tendencies, the nail biting, her libido. At some point in your relationship, your girlfriend got addicted to drugs, and she was hiding it from you this whole time. Meanwhile, as you recover in the hospital, Chatsuru, your opioid-addicted former best bro, visits you. From your drug trip, you realize that you're the reason that Chatsuru is addicted to opioids. So you apologize. He accepts your apology. That's about it. If only life was that easy. But unfortunately, you're in a love triangle. You might not be aware of it, but Ichigo has been scheming to separate you and your girlfriend, using her resources to build the strongest weapon that a woman can have. A social network. Ever since you started dating your girlfriend, Ichigo has been doing what she can to break you two apart. Who do you think started those nasty rumors about your girlfriend? While your girlfriend was pushing people away, Ichigo was building friendships, biding her time for the right moment to destroy the foundations of your relationship. And now she found the perfect opportunity to finally justify your friends to keep you two apart. After all, any normal person will want the best for you, and from their point of view, your girlfriend is just a crackhead minority that's destroying your life. While that's happening, Ichigo takes the initiative and spends more time with you. And as nice as she is, she's not your girlfriend. I think it's time for you to get out of there. So you make it to your girlfriend's place, but she's not there. Where is she? Oh no. It turns out Gobro convinced Ichigo to let your girlfriend see you. While in most cases that would be the right thing to do. But your girlfriend is mentally unstable, and I think she might be on drugs. Oh, scratch that. She is on drugs.
違うんだゼロツ騙してなんてヒロはそうだきっとお前に会い
You arrived too late. Your girlfriend was pushed to the edge and all your friends are dead. I mean figuratively, you know, they're not actually dead. But anyways, it's time for you to make a choice.
ゼロツ今の君は化け物だ
I guess in the end, life is all about letting go. But the most painful thing about it is not taking the moment to say goodbye. Sure, she might have given you AIDS, a drug problem, and probably something much worse, but at the end of the day, you were in love with her. Maybe you still are. And even though Ichigo might try to win you over on the rebound, and no matter how many guys your girlfriend ends up dating, you hold out hope that maybe one day you'll be together again. One more thing, how did your girlfriend get addicted to drugs anyways? Ichigo might be conniving, but she wouldn't have access to drugs. It's not like anybody here has a drug problem. Wait a minute, but the boy here is bedridden, and he's clearly in a lot of pain. Our boy Chatsuru is now addicted to opioids, which is actually a serious epidemic. The prince was a flirt. He was fit, he was smart, and he had a bromance. Chatsuru is making his moves. He's bored of intellectual women and has his eyes on Stacy over there. But Chatsuru isn't satisfied in a monogamous relationship. He wants more. Now this asshole shows up and does the equivalent of slapping your girlfriend's ass at the bar. He's planning on taking her away and leaving his mark in her. Chatsuru is suffering from opioid withdrawals. Looks like he got addicted when he was a child, and he got the drugs from you? No wonder he fucked your girlfriend. After all, it can lead to a heroin addiction. But nothing will ever hurt a Chad more than to lose his best bro. And that's something that can never be replaced. Chatsuru, your opioid-addicted former best bro, visits you. Chad, he knows how to fuck your girlfriend. So you just broke up with your girlfriend and I know what you're thinking. Look man, I'm sorry about your loss. You know, sometimes one bad fight can ruin an entire relationship. It doesn't really matter how much fun you had in the past, it can all come tumbling down. But cheer up, at least you still have Ichigo, the perfect waifu, a nice girl that will love you unconditionally. No questions asked. And all you had to do was to say hi to her when she was 6, and then 10 years later she'd ride your dick. Obviously, if you're already past the age of 9, it's already too late for you. Meanwhile, we have a problem. There's a huge amalgamation of incels in the city, and they're there for a convention. And it's not the typical con that might have an equal male to female ratio. Nope, all males here. And these incels are dedicated to their role-playing, and they will never have any interest in actual women. Because they're furries. Welcome to the rainforest. The theme for this year's con is revenge. They want the heads of the people responsible for killing their supreme leader Harambe. And it looks like the KK communists don't want these furries to taint their Aryan society, as well as appropriate their culture. So we're sending our best to put a stop to them. From the soy boys, to your friends, even your girlfriend who's going through rehab for her drug abuse. Everyone except for you. You don't get to kill furries. So take this time to think. You need to decide whether to move on or to revive your relationship. Well, let's look at the positives. She's attractive, at least to you. I'm pretty sure your racist friends don't see the same. She planned out all the dates and took you out on an incredible adventure. The sex was great and she was charming. Okay, now let's look at the negatives. She gave you AIDS, she's disrespectful, a college dropout, doesn't know personal boundaries, has anger issues, and thanks to Chatsuru, has a drug problem, which she gave to you without your consent. Although in that case, the drugs helped you rediscover your lost relationship that you had with her, even if that was not her intent. But despite all that, you still love her. Now go get her back, you son of a bitch. Ah, crap, it's Ichigo. She's definitely not going to let you go after working so hard to keep you and your girlfriend apart. There's nothing you can do. She's got the high ground. Wait a minute. Is that Go-Bro? And it looks like he's going to make the ultimate sacrifice. Oh no! He's going to do it, isn't he? He's going to cuck himself once again. Just for you. It's okay, sad boy. You can listen to some Drake later. You'll feel better. Anyways, it's time to do what should have been done since the second episode. You're going to give her this dick. And it's going to be the best sex that Ichigo will ever have. So she can finally understand that your penis belongs to someone else. Meanwhile, after an hour of great sex, and 5 more to recharge, you finally confront your ex-girlfriend. The two of you have been through a lot. She's in denial about her feelings, and she doesn't want to open her heart to you, because she's afraid that she'll never be the perfect Aryan girl. But who cares? You don't want perfect, because if you wanted a perfect girlfriend, Ichigo was right there. So you finally do the one thing that you haven't done before. Pew pew pew! No matter what kind of problems the two of you will have later in life, for now, at this moment, again, you love her for who she is. And she might have problems, but that's okay, because it's her flaws that makes her human. What?! What the f-